So finally, Devon has told us how strong he exactly is in 5 of the most important exercises in his preparation for the Levan match. But before we discuss that and compare Devon's current lifts to his lifts prior to the Dennis match, let's discuss why exactly Genadi wants to defeat Devon once again and what are his thoughts about the Devon vs Levan match. Genadi Quickvinia told Engin in a recent interview, link will be in the description, that he started training too hard a couple of months ago. He had to ease a little bit, he took some break, and now he can be back to the hard training once again. He can compete in just a couple of months from now if he wants to take an easier match. But he doesn't want to do that. That's why he will be going for Devon Larratt if Engin allows that match to happen in maybe August or September. And this will be the first time in his entire career that he will be focusing only on arm wrestling. So as a full-time arm wrestling for 2 upcoming years. So we can expect Genadi to be stronger than he has ever been in his entire life. So Genadi said that he wants to defeat Devon once again because despite having beaten him already, there are still many people who tell him that Devon is stronger than Genadi. And that's something that Genadi is not okay with. He believes that once he beats those famous guys, people still believe that he needs to do that again and again. And he's okay with doing that. That's why he wants to defeat Devon once again in a super match rematch. And after that, he said very politely that a big guy who's sitting at the top, he needs to be worried too. So obviously he was talking about Levan Saginashvili. Genadi was asked by Engin how Levan can defeat Devon, because the way Genadi defeated Devon, by flop pressing and by hooking, Levan probably will not try to do that. He will try to top roll him, and it seems almost impossible to top roll Devon. So Genadi's answer to that question was, it won't be about the styles, but it will be about Levan's hand size. Against me, Devon could have done and he did whatever he wanted to with my hand. But gripping up against Levan is going to be extremely difficult and Devon will not be able to do what he wants to do. That's why Levan will win that match. But Genadi also said that Levan needs to win that match as soon as possible, as fast as possible. For him to win, the match must not stop, or else Devon will take on the charge from there. I don't think that many people will have Genadi as the favorite in the Devon rematch, but I also think that Genadi has every reason to believe that he can once again defeat Devon. He can once again do what he has already done. So Devon recently uploaded a video about his PR in 5 lifts. So we will compare them with the previous lifts as well prior to the Dennis CYPLENKOV match. So keep an eye on the screen. So right now, Devon did 165 pounds in the pronation lift and that looked easy. Devon could have lifted it even more, just like the way Levan was doing that, but he chose not to because he knows if he gets that back pressure and pronation against Levan, it is over. He does not need to have his hand very close to his chest in order to defeat Levan. And before the Dennis match, Devon's record on this lift was about 156 pounds. So we can think that Devon kind of equalized Levan's lift. This is 75 kilos, but no. Engin shared a photo of Levan doing 80 kilos in the pronation lift, and who knows, maybe that also looked equally easy as the 75 kg lift and Levan can do even more. Devon did 125 pounds in the rise lift, so people were making speculations about the second weight stack that Devon was having, and that was obviously for the rise exercise as everyone guessed, but Devon kind of modified that lift. He's now doing what he calls an abbreviated rise. The belt is no longer on his front knuckles. He has changed that exercise a little bit. Maybe that's why we saw a huge jump. He was nowhere near, I think, 100 pounds prior to that, and now he's doing 125, which seems almost impossible if he did the same way. 151 pounds in high cup multi-spinner and almost the same weight in the low cup multi-spinner, and 152 pounds in the press exercise. This is something that Devon seemed to me the most excited about, and he did talk about coming forward in the Levan match as well. So is Devon going to press Levan? Well, he will have to engage that if he gets a good enough position, but for sure he's not going to try to do that off the go like he tried against Dave Chaffee. Finally, Devon ended the video by saying, "I have never been this strong." And we can see the huge camera in Devon's room. So obviously it has to be the documentary crew. And I'll have to say that the documentary crew must be praying for Devon's win even more than Devon himself, maybe, who knows, because they have been following him around for almost more than 2 years now, 2.5 years now, and they would want the documentary to end on a positive note. They would want it to end with Devon's victory. But is it going to happen? Please mention in the comments, like the video and subscribe.